All right, I'm going to show you how to use AirMedia. First thing we need to do is computer's on, this thing's on, and I'm going to hit wireless presentation and pull that up on the big screen. So I've got AirMedia here, I've got AirMedia on my tablet, and I'm going to type in this address. Hit return. Okay, then it's going to tell me to start screen mirroring. So I go into my screen mirroring and it gives me anything that I can mirror. And there should be only one. Occasionally a student computer will pop up, so I know to pick the address that's up here. And then it's asking me for an AirPlay code, which is right here. It's going to be different every time. 0109. Okay. And then I just wait for this to tell me it's done. And now we're good. And what we see on my tablet is what's on the screen. All right. So, because I don't want my students to see me flipping around on my personal device, I don't turn on the screen until I'm ready. But once I'm ready, I'm ready. I showed you how to connect to AirMedia. Now I'm going to show you how to use it. Okay. For me, the greatest thing about this technology is that I can be free from this podium and I can go anywhere I want. So I have my slides up on the screen, and I can be talking to you. I can be talking to my students. I can go anywhere I want. And on my screen, I have a full preview of the upcoming slides. I have what's on the screen, but I also have my notes. So my students are going to see just what I want them to see, but I have a full list of notes so that I don't have to worry about trying to memorize things. I don't have to worry about flipping through pages. I can just teach. I can teach, I can answer questions, I can walk all around, and I love it. And so that's what I do. That's what I do. I just go from note to note, and I scroll, and I look, and I talk to my students, and that's that.
Hey Erica, I have a question. Can't I just print out my slides?
You can just print out your slides. You can print out your slides, you can make notes all over them, but this way your slides are a living document. You can update them on the fly, you can make changes, you don't have to worry about paper trails, you don't have to worry about cutting trees. Your notes stay in your file, so it makes it a lot easier.
Does it work the same way in all the classrooms?
That's a great question. It works similarly in the classrooms that it's installed in.
Oh, which rooms is it installed in?
So currently it's in 108 and 1112.
Okay.
And it's a tiny, tiny difference because there's two screens in here and one screen in 112, but otherwise it's very simple.
What happens if something goes wrong with the technology?
Well, the good news is the PowerPoint slides you can use on your own device. You can use it on your laptop. You can connect with the laptop, you can connect with the iPad or whatever, but you also have the backup of the classroom computer. So if something goes wrong, all you do is just switch over to the classroom computer.
Can students use AirMedia to do their presentations?
Yes, of course they can.
Anyone can.
Anyone can use it. It's pretty simple and straightforward. Once you know how to do it, you can show them and they can do their presentations that way as well. Gives them some freedom, gives them a little bit of an edge, when they're doing their own work.
Would you recommend somebody just on a random Tuesday trying it for the first time, or should they build this into their plan for the course before the semester begins?
Well, that's a great question. I think it's worth trying. I think it's worth jumping in and trying because you don't want to build it in and then hate it, right? I'm a believer, so I've got it built into all of my classes, but I think it's going to hook you. So I think try it once, put your papers aside, put the software on your whatever device and give it a try, and it'll make the decision for you, really.
So for the people who like to be more mobile in the classroom, both of our large lecture classrooms, 108 and 112, have these mobile platforms that Erica's using. There's one in each room, and you can put your laptop on it, your tablet, and you can use AirMedia with this, and you can move this wherever you want.
This works really well. There are times where I want to pull up different things on the computer. I want to be Googling. My students have questions and I'm looking for answers. I'm trying to pull up a textbook. So I'll keep my laptop on this guy. I will keep a keyboard for my iPad. And then all I have to do if I want to be more mobile is I pick it up and I can walk around and I can go to the next slide and I can go back and forth and keep talking. And then once I'm engaged with my students, I can go right back, get back to what I was doing. I also keep my water over here. Talking makes me thirsty.
Okay.
But then, there will be times where I just swing this out of the way and I can be back to freeform. So this is the best of all the worlds. This is the best of all the worlds for teaching.
So if I understood correctly, you can use AirMedia on a tablet or on a laptop?
On a tablet, on a laptop, and I think even on a phone, on a mobile phone.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's really versatile.
Excellent.
The other thing about AirMedia is it's not just PowerPoint, right? Anything that you can have on your screen, you can present. So you can do your Slidos here. You can do, I've done videos from here. I've done Kahoots. I can walk around and make sure they're not looking up the answers while they're answering questions. It just gives you a lot more leverage to be where you want to be.
So if I have problems and I need like troubleshooting help, do I go to Lates or Sean or you, or how does that work?
I think, Lates owns it. I would probably be the resident expert right now, so I'm a pretty good resource and I'm happy to help you. And I know Sean is a big fan of this technology and can help you as well.
Awesome. One more question.
Yes.
What do students think about it?
From what I can tell, I think the students appreciate that I am closer to them, that I am not tethered behind the desk. I've always been a pacer when I teach. I like to move, I like to engage, and being able to have everything I need in one hand and not have to be flipping through papers or searching for what slide, or it makes me much more present and accessible to the students, and I have had a lot of very positive response to that. So I think I've had nothing but upside when it comes to the students and in terms of AirMedia.